Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share 8 common mistakes that beginner artists often make in hyper-realistic drawings. Before we dive in, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for your support. The first mistake that many beginners in hyper-realistic drawing make is trying to draw without first learning the basic facial proportions. Understanding these proportions is very important. For example, before you can make a hyper-realistic eye, you need to know its basic shape and size, how wide it is compared to the face, how far apart the eyes should be, and how the eyelids look. Knowing these basics helps you place each feature correctly, which is essential for a good drawing. If you rush into drawing without this knowledge, you might end up with features that look awkward or unrealistic. It's like trying to build a house without a strong base. It may look okay at first, but it won't last. The second mistake many beginner artists make when trying to create hyper-realistic drawings is not controlling how hard they press with pencils and brushes. Knowing when to press harder or softer is very important for making different textures and shades. If you press too hard all the time, your drawing can look flat and boring. It won't have the depth and detail that makes hyper-realistic art so interesting. On the other hand, if you press too lightly, your drawing might lack contrast and look unfinished. So learning to change your pressure is key to getting the effects you want. Different materials also require different pressure. For example, soft pencils can create dark shades with less pressure, while harder pencils need more pressure to get similar results. When using brushes, the pressure you apply can change how the drawing looks on the paper, making it smooth or rough. The third mistake that amateur artists often make is not holding their pencils at the right angle. It's important to hold the pencil at a shallow angle to the page. If you don't, you might end up with rough lines and messy hatching, which can make your drawings look unpolished. At first, this might feel a bit tricky, but don't worry, with practice, it will become easier. Try to find a comfortable grip that allows you to control the pencil better. You can also experiment with different angles to see what works best for you. Remember, every artist develops their own style, so take your time and be patient with yourself. The more you practice, the more your skills will improve, and soon you'll notice a big difference in the quality of your work. Another mistake that amateur artists often make is creating hatching that is disordered and messy. This can happen when they don't have good control over their hand while drawing. When the lines are not consistent, it can make the artwork look less professional and harder to read. To improve your hatching, it's important to practice regularly. Try to focus on your hand movements and pay attention to how you apply pressure to the pencil. A light touch can create softer lines, while a firmer grip can give you darker, more defined strokes. The fifth mistake that amateur artists often make is using charcoal powder directly on their drawings. This can lead to messy results and an unrealistic look. When charcoal is applied without control, it can create heavy patches and make it difficult to achieve smooth shading. Fortunately, there are 2 simple solutions to this problem. The first is to take a little charcoal powder and rub it with a brush on another surface, like a piece of paper, until you create a uniform texture. Once you have this smooth powder, you can use the brush to gently shade your drawing. This technique allows you for better control and helps you achieve a softer, more natural look. The second solution is to combine cottonbone powder with your charcoal powder. Cottonbone powder is softer and can help you create a more balanced darkness when shading. By mixing the two, you can achieve a richer, more nuanced shading effect in your artwork. Remember, practice makes perfect. Take your time to experiment with these techniques and see how they change your drawings. The sixth mistake that some newcomers make in hyper-realistic drawings is not using enough drawing tools. They often try to create detailed and lifelike drawings with just a few basic supplies. However, even professional artists rely on a variety of tools to achieve their stunning results. Using different tools can help you create a range of textures and details in your artwork. For example, you might need graphite pencils of various hardness, blending stumps, erasers, charcoal pencils, and charcoal powder to add depth. Each tool has its own unique purpose, and using them together can really enhance your drawing. Another common mistake that amateur artists make is rushing to finish their drawings. This can lead to results that look unrealistic and unpolished. Hyperrealistic drawing is not just about getting everything on the paper quickly. It involves building up multiple layers carefully and patiently. Each layer adds depth and detail to the drawing. When you take your time to gradually build these layers, you create a more lifelike image. It's important to understand that even professional artists spend a lot of time on this process. They know that there's no shortcut to creating a high-quality piece of art. The last mistake that many amateur artists make is not practicing enough and expecting to become professionals in a short time. It's important to remember that patience is key in hyperrealistic drawing. Mastering this art form takes time and dedication. As a self-taught artist, I can tell you that it took me about 6 hours of practice each day for 6 months to reach a professional level. That may sound like a lot, but every minute spent drawing helped me improve my skills. The more you practice, the more you'll understand techniques, tools, and how to capture details. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped you learn some tips. If you liked the video, please subscribe for more tutorials coming soon. Thanks for your support.